A new and second golden cross is upcoming for Bitcoin. We will talk about the major implications on the price in the short and midterm. We already had a golden cross in April, but this one might be even more important and more significant for the price. We will talk exactly about that. We will have some very interesting and major news for you for the merchant adoption and also as far as the price of Bitcoin is concerned. So make sure you stay here. Make sure you wait up until the end. That will be a truly juicy episode, a very, very nice episode. So make sure you take a seat. Make sure you smash up the like button right now. And that being said, welcome crypto friends and welcome back to MMCrypto. My name is Chris. And as always, guys, we are really pumped to go straight into the content. So as we already said, we had a golden cross already somewhere around this area here in April on the daily chart. But we want to talk about a second golden cross, which implications on the price might be even crazier as the first one. And the first one already was very, very crazy. So first of all, let's talk about the daily golden cross on the daily before we go into our golden cross. Before we do that, we want to talk about that here. So we had a golden cross right here. We all remember that, and afterwards everyone agreed, or like the majority agreed upon that we are in a bull market. But we did not really meet those support lines here on the 50-day moving average. We will talk about that later. We had a dead cross here, and afterwards everyone said, oh yeah, we might be entering a bear market. But if we go back, and no one is really talking about that, the golden cross on the daily gave us a few false signals right here because we had a second death cross right here. Or that was a false signal for a golden cross. We had a second one right here. And also the 50-day moving average was not really acting as support. I mean, we didn't hit it right here, but then we were going below. So it was not really a significant thing in terms of the cross. Yes, that was important in terms of any kind of support or of a reliable indicator, because we had false breakouts on the golden cross. It was not really reliable. So what we are doing right now is we are going on the 3-day chart, and close to no one is looking at that. A lot of very professional insider traders are looking at that right now. So we want to look at that also, because you should usually combine the golden cross on the daily and on the 3 days. And if you do that, the golden cross and the dead cross on the 3-day chart does not give you a very, very good and timely indication when we enter a bear or bull market. It gives us a very, very important indication. It gives us whenever we have the dead cross. It can give us a huge indication when we will have a significant breakout to the downside, as we can see it right there. And also it will give us, and we will show it to you right there. Man, where can I delete that? So if we go back into the recent bull and bear market, we can see that we had no false signals, neither here nor here. And also we can see whenever we went above, before the Bitcoin price met this 200 period moving average on the 3-day, but whenever we had the golden cross on the 3-day candles, we can see that the 50-day moving average, not only that we definitely entered the bull market, but also the 50-day moving average acted as significant support. And we never ever close a candle below the 50 period moving average on the 3-day chart. You can see that throughout the whole bull market, that was the strongest support we can ever see on each and every time frames. That was the strongest support. So right now we are looking at that golden cross on the 3-day, where the 50 period moving average on the 3-day surpasses the 200 period moving average. And that will happen approximately when nothing crazy happens, and this one is up downward sloping. When nothing like that happens, we might see that in the end of July, beginning of August. And what usually should happen, it is not like a 100% certainty, but if we look to the past, usually we revisit this area here, the 200-day moving average, which will be around the 8,000, 8,500 level. It is not a certainty. It's not that it must happen, but we have to be prepared. We have to have a holding portfolio, but we have to be prepared for the worst. Nevertheless, that is a very bullish signal. Whenever that will occur, we will know like nearly for 100%, not 100%, that this might act as significant support throughout the bull market, and that we might see new all-time highs also very, very soon. So guys, be prepared for that and let us know in the comment section what you think about that. Very important also, guys, before we go into the next important topic in terms of merchant adoption, in terms of price, very important. This is the very last day you can join our Bybit $110 free deposit bonus by just going to the pinned comment and clicking that link right now. You can register within 1 minute and you will get within 1 or 1.5 minutes of work $110 free bonus. You get that only with our link, only today. So click it right now. It is your last chance. So that being said, let's go straight into that very interesting news we were talking about. But before, we want to show you something which is very important for us. You know Andreas Antonopoulos probably. We will talk about adoption and about the price, but you know Andreas Antonopoulos. And what he recently said really, really was important for us. He said that there is money for the banks, for the banks, which is euro, US dollar, fiat currencies issued by the Fed, by the ECB, and so on. Then there is money by the corporations, like Libra or like Amazon coin, maybe in the coin in the future. And there is money for the people, programmable money, Bitcoin. This is from the people, programmed and programmable from the people for the people. That's Bitcoin. And when we are talking about that, that was very important for us. And recently a company did hit us up and we are very happy that we have onboarded them as partners and sponsors of our channel. And this is Neuer Network. We really want to talk about that for 2 minutes or 3 minutes, since this kind of gives us a very good solution for the problems we have right now. Before we go into very interesting news, we want to really talk about that and incentivize you to pay closely attention to that. So they are actually developing we can see it right here, a programmable internet enabling the transition to the next generation of internet. So what really catched our eyeballs, and it's very important for us to have decentralization, is that they are trying at their best to decentralize their programmable internet. They already have 5,000 Neuer Network nodes and 300 nodes being active at the same time, and 25 terabyte of data storage allocated by the nodes. So that's already significant. We will also come to the ROI point of view. And what also catched our eyeballs, they are already funded. They are not asking for your money, which is kind of great. And they are going to be listed on KuCoin on the 22nd of July, like in a few days. So that catched our eyeballs. And since we already know the problems of the internet, but maybe you don't know, we want to talk about that also. So usually they are also saying that the internet is really lots of cables that run across the world. So actually they say it wasn't designed, it just happens. And that's why it is kind of a chaos. And what you can see is that it is designed with internet service providers, data centers, and internet exchanges. And in the end, it gives us a lot of problems. It is unreliable. It is hard to scale and maintain IT infrastructure. So usually if you want to scale it, you can, but you need significant amounts of money and investments to do so. And it is inherently not secure. I mean, you know it. Security breaches, privacy breaches, and also hijacking attacks. So they are trying to attack exactly that and cut down the significant costs of the internet as we know it right now. We know it right now as the IPv6. So what they are doing is they are combining segment routing and distributed ledger technologies. As you know, XRP is on a DLT, the whole decentralization for XRP relies completely on the DLT. We can argue about whether it's really decentralized or not, especially in the ownership, but this is not about XRP here. So they are combining segment routing and DLT, and they are providing the programmable internet. And in our opinion, they are opening, you can see that right here, Pandora's box with that, because that will, if they succeed, that will solve a lot of problems out there. So if you find that interesting, we will leave the token metrics down below. It will get listed on KuCoin on the 22nd. You can have a deep look at that. Make sure you check it out. Make your own research, obviously. Take your own risk. And yeah, good luck with that. We actually thought that is really a very interesting narrative of Noya. So that's why we onboarded them. Guys, make sure you check that out. And also we wanted to come to something very interesting, which is our tweet from yesterday. And you can see that here. And we can tell you guys, everything happens for a reason. You can see it on the top. First, they ignore you. I mean, I can feel you guys. You know what we mean. Then they laugh at you. Then they fight you. That was 2 days ago or 3 days ago. And in the end, you win. Everything happens for a reason, guys. And if you already know the outcome, you already know what's going to happen, and you can stand there and you know you're gonna win. Make sure you check out our Twitter channel. It's also in the description. And now we want to show you that major news we wanted to talk about. As you know, we met Ivan in Davos in Switzerland in January, and that was the huge depression time. So here we were talking about the fundamentals of Bitcoin and about merchant adoption. Check that out before we go into the major news as far as the price is concerned and as far as merchant adoption is concerned. Check that out.
Unfortunately, from a merchant perspective, we've seen some negative adoption due to the people losing faith in the bear market and the whole bursting of the bubble. But it's about long term. It's all about long term. And the long term, you look at fundamentals right now, Bitcoin is the strongest, and there is no way Bitcoin can fail. Because if you look at the fundamentals, we don't have time to talk about them right now, but if you study fundamentals, you understand that the world needs Bitcoin.
All right, guys. So that was already very nice. We were talking about like fundamentals, merchant adoption in January in Davos, and everyone was freaking out, but we knew the outcome. We knew what's going to happen. And even though we had negative adoption, merchants disabling Bitcoin as a payment solution in their business model, even though we saw that, we knew that it will be upward sloping again, since the network effects and since the huge problems Bitcoin is solving. And we can see that right now. I mean, check out that coin map. We see that there is more and more adoption coming. And we know for a fact, like nearly 100%, that in a few years' time, the whole map will be in that dark orange color. Most probably. You can see day by day here on the downside, more and more merchants are joining the network, more and more merchants are accepting Bitcoin. And you can see also a major Australian supermarket chain, these news, you get them every day, is accepting Bitcoin. So slowly but surely, Bitcoin is gathering momentum as payment method. The list of retailers accepting crypto payments continues to expand. Most recently, IGA, that is the Australian supermarket network, started accepting payments in Bitcoin. So that's really bullish, guys. This is why we are here for, and this is what we actually need. The price is going up and down, but we don't care about that. We care about fundamentals. We care about things like rootstock. We care about things like Lightning, like Taproot. All of these fundamental things are very important for us, and also the adoption, how much Bitcoin is actually used. So we will pay close attention to that, guys. Link in the description. And also another very bullish news was that 100 cryptocurrency exchanges seek licensing in Japan's crypto-friendly jurisdiction. So what you can see right here is that Japan was one of the largest crypto-friendly jurisdictions. You know, in 2017, they enabled Bitcoin as a legal and official payment method. And we can see that now, after a long year moratorium, Japan is once again issuing licenses exchanges. So guys, if we remember now that that Japan is among the US, China, Germany, one of the biggest economies in the world, that might have a huge impact on regulations in other huge jurisdictions. So that is actually a very positive news as far as fundamentals are concerned and as far as regulations are concerned, guys. And now, just as a fun fact in the end, A journalist asked the Winklevoss twins, and you know that they were involved in Facebook in the early days, and then someone just pushed them out. And now were talking about Libra, and they were asking them, what will you say to Zuckerberg when he joins a networking event in crypto? And then they said, welcome to the party. What took you so long? So guys, the word will belong to will be in favor of the smart people, in favor of the smart money, seeing what Bitcoin gives to us for the long-term future. So make sure you are not missing out. Make sure you are in, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Smash the like button of the video. Join us on Twitter. And that being said, guys, we will see each other at the next episode of MMCrypto. Do not miss out to join the $110 free bonus link in the pinned comments. Right now, it's the last day. So thank you so much for watching. We will see each other at the next episode of MMCrypto. Bible tutorial is popping up right here. You should click it right now. It is here. Click it, watch it. It's really amazing. So thank you so much for watching, guys. We will see each other at the next episode of MMCrypto. And as always, guys, bye-bye.